You have betrayed me, Pomwimple,
the Arthur growled.
After everything I have granted, it appears you have the least honor among poets after all.
Sickened by hypocrisy, Pomwimple tried looking up, but his head held a weight of lost world. The Arthur turned from him with a sneer, robes shifting as clothing should, and its normality brought order to thought. Losing Oscar was too much to bear, and he leant his head to the floor, wondering what peace both might find in death.
I permitted you to see what I discovered,
the Arthur growled, staring from a window.
I let you touch what can only be sensed through verse, yet you have returned my gift with betrayal.
Having nothing left to lose, Pomwimple felt a sudden rush of defiance. I betrayed you? He growled, pulling himself upright and finding no need for cane. You have betrayed everyone. You've betrayed yourself. You called yourself a poet. Do not sully the title. You cannot begin to see what you've become. A warmth of purge seared his flesh, his mind clear in word and deed. You are greed and corruption, arrogance and loss. You recruited our brethren to amplify magic and threw me to the wind when I weakened it. You torture and maim in the name of verse while having forgotten the very principles that permitted finding magic through it. Words flew from his mouth, and he felt a strength he hadn't in decades. You are delirious, the Arthur, and so blinded that your delusion insists you wield magic rather than magic wielding you. He stepped closer, amazed at his courage. When the Arthur turned, he held the pinpricks of yellow with a stare of his own. The only thing you wield, the Arthur, is your own downfall. His cane rested against a night table, which he shuffled to. When this strength passed, he refused to collapse. Despite what little I have glimpsed through verse, he continued, taking it, know that I understand this much. Your noise will become not more than ripples in a pond. The world shuddered, and he skittled sideways. Sky appeared, within which a swirling mass of black flashed and rumbled. He fell against dresser and braced against wind as the Arthur's voice boomed.
I shall bring the Morrigan upon you personally.
Really? Cried Pomwimple, refusing to crumble. Just as you did upon Oscar Teabag Duthan? He tried a chuckle, but it was lost in storm. If he evaded the Morrigan, then perhaps I might also. After all, I am the pivotal elder, whereas he has no training whatsoever in our craft. Lightning flashed and thunder split through a grey, raging world. Cloud boiled and spat, and Pomwimple doubled against its current. You and I both sense Oscar's intuition, he cried, paws across his face. You may rage and boil all you like, the Arthur, but it makes no difference. Regardless of what you've done to him, his intuition was greater than yours. He stood as tall as his aged bones allowed, ready for the sort of punishment that had been brewing for decades. Sky blistered again, and exploding air reverberated through earth.
Do not rile me,
the Arthur thundered.
His escape had nothing to do with ability or intuition. You grasp at hope where there is none. That cat is no longer relevant, and neither, Pomwimple, are you!
Strength evaporated, and Pomwimple collapsed upon his cane.
Know that the Morrigan can now manifest freely within this world,
the Arthur continued,
and know that it was your paw that made it so. By tomorrow, this world will begin to implode, and you alone are responsible. Although you will bear witness to its fall, you will not burn along with it, for I have use for you elsewhere.
No! cried Pomwimple, having expected death. I mustn't leave! Not yet! A schism of light scissored from cloud and tore through the elder, boiling black fire within his chest and shattering his cane into cinders.